This is an anime recap video, and in this video, I'm going to show you an emo girl named Utena who has always admired magical girls Sulfur, Sayo, and Haraku but obtains evil powers from Venita and transforms into a powerful villain. It all starts on a nice sunny day in a town protected by a team of magical girls known as the Tres Magia. The girls battle a giant monster attacking their town. They activate their magic spells and attack it one by one. Seeing this, the monster gets annoyed and shoots a powerful beam their way. Sulfur, one of the magical girls, activates her powers and manages to block it using a shield. They then try their combo attack, but it has no effect on him, proving that the monster is just too much for them to handle. Meanwhile, a girl watches the battle between the monster and the magical girls from down below. Seeing the power of the monster, all three magical girls decide to combine their power to take the monster down once again. As the crowd below anxiously waits for the heroines to win this battle and save their city, an emo girl, who is a huge fan of magical girls, wishes to be like them herself. After watching the battle, she heads to a nearby area and buys some soda water. She wishes to be like them, and someone from behind says this too. Just then, a weird cat bat-like thing shows up and tells her that she can be like them if she wants. Our emo girl instantly recognizes that the cat bat thing is a cute mascot character who gives a totally average girl the power to transform. The cat bat thing introduces itself as Venita, and the girl can't believe how suddenly all of this is happening. She gives Utena a star, telling her that she has been chosen. Just as the star begins to transform her, she is very excited and surprised by the sudden turn of events. After the transformation, she looks at her costume and feels very embarrassed, stating that the costume does not match that of magical girls. Just then, Venita reveals that she is not chosen to be a magical girl but to become one of the villains of their evil organization. However, Utena, who has always admired the magical girls and desired to become like them, rejects the idea and decides to leave. Despite this, Venita keeps following her and noting all her activities. It reveals that it has done a lot of research on her, including friends and family. It tells her how average she is. Even her classmates do not notice her existence. Her grades are average, and instead of focusing on studies in her class, she just keeps on doodling on her notebooks and surfing the web, learning all about the magical girls. All the allowance she gets for the month is spent on buying magical girl merchandise, declaring that due to all these, she is the perfect candidate to become the next evil villain. Utena, hearing all this, still isn't interested in joining the evil organization, believing that the greatest joy a human can feel is knowing that someone needs their help. But Venita still insists, revealing that she must join the evil organization because it will benefit the magical girls too. She further explains that magical girls only exist because they have an evil organization to battle, and without them, they'll lose their reason to exist. It also informs her that sometimes they form stronger bonds with enemies they're always fighting. Without further ado, it sends the star towards her and transforms her into her evil costume. But Utena still dislikes it. Hearing this, Venita blackmails her, showing her 220k followers account and revealing that if she does not join their organization, it will post her yummy photos and transformation videos to their account. Before she can do anything, the magical girls arrive and think of her as a villain, quickly deciding to take her down. Our emo girl, Utena, cries for help and tells them that she was forcefully transformed into a villain. Without any investigation, the idiotic magical girls think that she is trying to deceive them and can't believe any of the words she is saying. Utena, shocked at this, wonders what she should do in this situation. Just then, Venita tells her to use her crop weapon, the Frustino Dominanza, as it contains magical powers. Since she doesn't want to get hurt, she decides to follow the instructions of Venita. She then touches a small flower with her weapon, and it turns into an evil monster, shocking Utena. Venita reveals that her crop has some special powers, and with this, she can create evil monsters and use them according to her wishes. After capturing the magical girls, she sighs with happiness but then wonders why she is happy, as she is hurting the magical girls whom she admired the most. The flower monster continues to squeeze their bodies and begins to tighten up its grip. Seeing this, Venita informs her to take the matter into herself, but she denies it, stating that this is enough and wants to let go of the magical girls. However, it again shows her videos and photos, causing her to head towards the group. The magical girls, sick of being squeezed by the flower monster, request Utena to let them go, but she tells them to show their backside. Just then, she takes out her crop and begins beating them from the backside. As they yell in pain, she wonders why she is beating them and wonders if this is a dream, but realizes that she enjoys hurting them. Seeing all this, Venita reveals that the emotion she felt for magical girls wasn't love, but a twisted delight from watching them suffer. The next day, she wakes up in her bedroom and believes that this was all a dream. But Venita brushes it down, stating that her first battle was amazing but now it wants her to conquer the world. Later that day, Utena tried to convince herself that she admires the magical girls in a positive way, not negatively. Suddenly, one of the magical girls and her classmate, Haraku, notices her and greets her. She expresses appreciation for Utena's care of the flowers, revealing that she sees her every day. Thinking about the monster flower, she bends down to her knees and reveals that she doesn't deserve this gratitude. Haraku tries to get her up, but due to the beating she received yesterday, she hesitates and heads to her class. Later, during their class, the girls change into new clothes, and a girl hit one of the magical girls, Sayo, on her back, causing her to fall to her desk. The other two arrive, revealing that they can feel her pain. But Sayo vows to find our emo girl and take revenge. Sulfur reveals that the girl who beat them has the same magic as them, and they can't recognize her when she is transformed. Just then, they feel a monster aura coming from the city and leave the class by telling their teacher they need to go to the bathroom. They head to the school roof and say the word transmagia, which allows them to transform into their magical girl's avatar. However, even after their transformation, they still feel pain in their back. Just then, Venita informs Utena that magical girls are on the hunt, and it needs her to go there and hurt the magical girls. It also informs her that when she says the word transmagia to her crop, it will automatically transform her into her villain costume. She obliges and transforms into her evil avatar while the magical girls defeat another monster. Venita asks Utena to fight again, but she refuses. However, it shows her a video of her beating the hell out of the magical girls and tells her what her family will think when they see this video, and their daughter being a supervillain. It then asks her to turn the mannequin lying around into monsters, and she forcibly obliges. Just then, the monsters once again grab all three magical girls and start tickling them. Seeing them smiling and in pain, she heads towards them and starts tickling them herself. She does that to all three magical girls and asks if they are enjoying this or not. Just then, Sayo breaks the mannequin holding her, causing Venita to believe that Utena still lacks power. So, it asks her to fall back, and they quickly leave the area through a magical portal. Back at home, Venita observes how Utena is actually enjoying being a supervillain and defeating the magical girls, but she quickly denies finding joy in being a supervillain. The next day, while in her class, Utena thinks about ways to hurt magical girls, but her teacher scolds her and tells her not to sleep in class. After the class, Sayo tells the other two that she has some important work to do and leaves. On the way, she sees Utena and asks if she's okay. She even tells her that if she finds herself in trouble, she will help her out. Utena thanks her for being kind to her, and after hearing these words, Sayo decides to leave. On the way home, Utena can't stop thinking about evil ways and methods to hurt the magical girls and tells herself that she has to stop doing this. Just then, she sees a shrine and visits there. She prays to God to stop her from doing terrible things to the transmagia and help her get away from Venita. After that, she decides to return home but sees a book of a girl magazine lying on the ground. At first, she hesitates to open it, but then ends up reading it. The magazine has all the methods written in it which she can use to hurt magical girls. While she enjoys reading all this, Venita spies on her and believes that her power is increasing with her desire. Near the backside of the shrine, Sayo cleans the room and the hall, believing that everything is going fine today. However, her fine day turns into a worse day as a transformation magic appears behind. Utena, shocked at her transformation, wonders why she transformed despite not saying the word transmagia. However, Venita reveals that her desire made her powers burst out of her containment. Guys, please do 3,000 likes and subscribe to support the channel. Please, it will help me create more videos. The next day, Venita took Utena, Kiwi, and Nerolus to Enormita's headquarters, saying that some people wanted to meet them. Before that, he asked them to change into their magical avatars. At the cafeteria, while the magical girls had a meal, Sayo revealed that she hid something from them. She disclosed that she fought Magia Bazer alone yesterday and was completely destroyed by her. However, this fight made her realize her weakness and how much she had to learn. So, she asked them to help her by training her, and Sulfur happily agreed. On the other side, as the evil trio arrived at the headquarters, they were suddenly scolded by the four girls seen earlier. They believed the trio were acting cool and not paying attention to their superiors, but the one with the big truck Kun told them to stop, as the fights completely made her sad. Just then, Venita informed the evil trio that those girls were the founding members of Enormita, including Loco, Leberbloom, Big Truck Kun, and the leader of the group, Lord Enorm. He told them that they had returned after hunting the magical girls. When asked what a magical girl hunt was, Venita explained that those 4 girls traveled to other cities just to eliminate the magical girls stationed there. Suddenly, as Venita was explaining this, Enorm took the lead and told them that she had seen all of their fights and believed they were pathetic. Those words didn't sit well with Kiwi, who tried to disrespect Enorm, but she quickly shut her down, saying that a starless girl did not have the right to speak to her superior. She then asked Maja Baser about her fights and why she always played with magical girls instead of finishing them. Hearing this, Venita informed them that their purpose was to rule over the world, and for this, they were focusing on building power. However, Enorm shut him down with an evil look and informed him that all 4 of them had enough power, and didn't need other allies to rule over the world. Venita warned them to be careful, otherwise their pride would soon fall. Hearing this, Enorm got up and declared that from that moment, they would conquer the world by themselves. She then asked the evil trio if they joined them, they would rule the world together, but our emo girl quickly declined his request. This revelation didn't sit well with the 4 who asked why she joined the group in the first place. Baser revealed that she didn't join the group but was forced to. Hearing this, Enorm got mad and ordered Big Truck Kun to crush them at once. Big Truck Kun happily agreed and headed towards them, but was quickly captured inside the dollhouse by Narrowless. Maja Baser, with help from Kiwi, fired bombs at her, but their attack didn't have any effect because Big Truck Kun turned herself into a titan-like body. The evil trio were shocked at this, but she captured them inside her Big Truck Kun and took them out of the dollhouse. She then tried to crush them with her Big Truck Kun, but to her surprise, Kiwi fired all of her bombs at her after being told by Baser to do so. The bombs caused a huge explosion, severely injuring not only Big Truck Kun but also Baser. However, with all this, they were able to escape from her grip. Big Truck Kun apologized to Enorm for not living up to her expectations, and she told her that her fight was not a waste. And due to this, they now know the extent of their powers. On the other side, Kiwi started crying after seeing the bloody body of Baser and told everyone that when the bombs exploded, she was about to be hit by the explosion. But Baser got in her way and saved her life. Kiwi then pleaded with Venita to save her life as she did not want to see her friend in this state. However, to their shock, Baser started laughing and began releasing an evil aura. She then informed them that she now knows their faces and with her powers, she will crush them with her own hands. At the headquarters, Enorm informed everyone not to look after the evil trio as they are weak and do not pose any threat to their plans. However, Loco wanted to take them down and asked Enorm to allow her to do so. Enorm agreed to her request but told her that if she failed, she would beat the hell out of her. With this, Loco vowed to destroy them at any cost and then headed their way. At home, Kiwi apologized to Utena for her foolish behavior, to which she got hurt. But Utena informed her that she wants some rest and Kiwi quickly left with Narrowless, saying she would bring some gifts to her in the morning. Just as Venita was about to leave, Utena asked him that he already knew that Lord's group was about to betray him, and due to this, he asked them to transform into their magical avatar before going to the headquarters, but wonders why he helped them. Venita didn't pay any attention to her question and informed her that she's now thinking like a true villain. However, our emo girl got mad and scolded him while saying that if he told her before that they were to hunt down the magical girls, then she would not have joined this organization. On the other side, Kiwi thought about gifts and what she should give to Utena, but Narrowless mentioned to her that beautiful toys would cheer up her spirit. Just as they were finalizing their discussion, they were interrupted by the sudden arrival of Loco. Kiwi wanted to fight her, but Narrowless stopped her. However, Kiwi hung her doll on a nearby stick and ran away. She then challenged Loco to a fight, but Loco laughed it off after revealing that she had 3 magical stars and a girl with 0 stars couldn't compete with her. Kiwi charged at her, declaring that she didn't care about the stars. All she wanted was to beat the girl who tried to hurt Baser. To her surprise, Kiwi's attack was quickly destroyed by Loco's voice spell. Loco attempted to hit her with her spell, but Narrowless came to her rescue and saved Kiwi from Loco's attack. They then charged at Loco, but she quickly stopped them after revealing her dream. She expressed her desire to become the #1 pop idol, and for this to happen, she needed Enorm's help. Hearing this, Kiwi and Narrowless wondered what she was talking about, but Loco informed them that she would send them to hell after performing her song. She then sang a song, and to her shock, Kiwi and Narrowless told her that it was awful. This upset Loco, who initially began to cry and then shot fireballs at them with her voice. But to her surprise, Kiwi fired light bombs at her, causing them to leave the area and transform back into their human avatars. Horrified, Loco asked them to come out and fight her, revealing that otherwise Miss Enorm would kill her. At the Enormita headquarters, Enorm punished her for not living up to her expectations. After punishing her, Enorm informed her that if she ever failed again, she would destroy all of her dreams. Guys, please do 3,000 likes and subscribe to support the channel. Please, it will help me create more videos. That's looks at the fight between Kiwi and Loco and wonders what's going on. He shows it to magical girls, but Sulfur is not interested. She tells him to let them fight with each other, believing that in this way, their numbers will go down. With this, she tells him that they need to get stronger so that they can easily defeat the fallen members of Enormita. She then directs their attention to Sayo, who is doing yoga under a waterfall. Sulfur believes that Sayo is doing all this just to become stronger and to help magical girls stand toe-to-toe against the Enormita. However, she doesn't realize that Sayo is not getting stronger but is getting wet below the water. After the training, Sulfur tells Sayo to get a weapon of her own, as she has her gloves while Magenta has her spear. She believes that Sayo's weapon could be the key to all of them powering up. Sayo, after hearing this, looks at her hands and wonders what she should do. At the Enormita headquarters, Leber treats Loco's wounds which she got from Enorm. Leber tells her to be careful next time, otherwise Enorm might throw her out of their group, and Loco agrees, saying that her only wish is to become top idol, and for this, she will do anything. On the other side, Kiwi is glad that Utena is feeling better but apologizes to her, saying that she was not there when she fought with Loco. Loco says it's okay, and then gives her the gift that she brought for her, but to her surprise, Utena informs her that they need to destroy the Lord's group as soon as possible because those bitches have crossed the line. Hearing this, Kiwi and Narrowless agree to help, and Venita informs them that he is sensing Loco and Leber's presence nearby. With this, they transform into their Transmagia avatars and head to their location. Upon reaching, they see a lot of people cheering for Loco, who is organizing a concert for them. At first, Utena states that they must be her fans, but upon hearing her terrible voice, believes that something fishy is going on. Just then, Kiwi has enough of this and blows the concert away with bombs. With this, all the people cheering for Loco come back to their senses and start running away. And Utena, upon looking at them, wonders why they are running since they were cheering her a minute ago. Loco tells them that she will destroy them for ruining her concert, but Leber reveals that this was their plan from the beginning as they wanted to draw out Maja Bazer's group. Just then, Loco attacks Bazer with one of her voice spells and she quickly dodges them, but gets blown away after her body gets frozen by Leber. Kiwi fires some bullets at Leber, and due to this, Bazer can move her body again. Bazer believes that Leber has some kind of controlling ability and tells Narrowless and Kiwi to be careful. As she is telling this to her comrades, Leber grabs her from behind and tries to finish her with one of her weapons, but Bazer throws her away after using one of her scissors on her. Bazer informs everyone to be careful again, and to her shock, Kiwi attacks her with one of the scissors, but tells her to get away from her as she has no control over her body. Just then, Bazer realizes that Leber has shadow powers, which means she can control anything that crosses shadows with the one she's in. Hearing this, Leber laughs at them for having 0 stars and for easily getting caught in her shadows. Now that Kiwi is in her control, Loco tells her to not let them go and then hits them with one of her powerful attacks, causing the whole ground to tear into pieces. With this powerful attack, they believe that they have finally slain Maja Bazer and Kiwi. However, to their shock, both Kiwi and Bazer get up, and Bazer mocks both Loco and Leber for underestimating them. Kiwi then fires some of her voice spells again, but this time, Bazer blocks it with the plant monster which she created with her crop. Leber believes that this might be her chance to finish them off as they are blocking Loco's attack and tries to attack them from behind with her weapons. But to her surprise, the trio blocks her attack with their weapons. Just then, Bazer says she has an idea and shares it with them. After that, Leber grabs Kiwi with her shadows and tries to squeeze her down. But to her shock, Narrowless fires some light grenades at her, causing her to not see anything in this light. Taking this opportunity, Narrowless traps her inside her dollhouse and hands it over to Bazer. Loco tries to help her teammate out, but Bazer stops her, saying that if she moves again, she will crush the dollhouse with her foot. Now that both of her enemies are in her control, Bazer tells Loco to show her puppies as she wants to see them badly. Loco hesitates, but Bazer warns her if she doesn't oblige, she will finish Leber along with the dollhouse. Hearing this, Loco agrees and then shows her puppies. Bazer, after seeing them, believes that they are adorable but realizes that Loco's wish was to become a top idol and perform in front of the whole world. With this, she asks Loco to sing a song for her while showing her puppies. Loco, at first, hesitates, believing that there are no fans around her and she cannot sing without them. Hearing this, Baser informs her that all the fans who were gathered here earlier were fake because they were being controlled by Leber with her shadow powers. At first, Loco believes this is not true, but then remembers her past memories and realizes that no one liked her voice, including her mother. With this realization, she tells Baser that if she wants her to sing, then she will sing for them. Loco then sings a song for them and believes that they must be laughing at her just like the others, but to her surprise, Kiwi, Narrowless, and Baser begin cheering for her, saying that this is the best performance they have seen in their entire life. With this, she thanks Baser for this and then tells her that from this moment, they will be on her team. Like and comment if you enjoy this video. Subscribe to my channel for more anime recaps, and tell me what anime recap you like to see next in the comments below.